Hey, Josh, what's happening?
Hey, John. Good afternoon, sir. Doing well. How are you?
I'll tell you what, I am captaining the ship in circles tonight, boy. Getting there, though.
Well, I
Getting
mean,
there.
I actually do like the intro song, so had it just kept on going, I'd have been okay with that.
Clean break. Clean break. Let's work on that for next week.
Hey, if we're not
Uh,
crashing something, we're not doing it right,
Whew, you're
right?
not kidding, dude. Listen, as long as we're not burning the ships, we're okay.
That's right. No ships on fire, no batteries on fire either. So,
Correct. Correct. Yes, lipo bags for everyone. Anybody that comes on board's got to have lipo bags.
yes. Well, I
Oh
don't know about
man.
you, but I had a Monday that just never seemed like it was going to end. Like
Really?
everything was broken. There was just problems all over the place. I've noticed at my job in particular, Mondays people seem a little bit more aggressive than any other day of the week. So
Yes, I can imagine.
I don't know if everyone just didn't want to be there today or what, but it was obvious. So
Yeah. Typically in my industry, it's a mix on Mondays. It's people trying to get away from the family because they're trying to get to something, and people that don't want to leave the family. So you're always getting that rift, and it comes out in this bravado. It's like, okay, this is going to be fun. I can see how this is going already.
well,
But yeah,
the good thing though is we're actually amongst family right now because
we are.
our chat is getting pretty active here suddenly. Of course, to no one's surprise, Warren was number one here today. Um, then I do believe we had Scott followed him up, and
Hmm.
then we had a new channel post in there that had me questioning what was happening here at first until I looked at the channel and I saw that the channel said Air to S Army on every single video. And I just happen to know this guy that posts Air to S Army in almost every live stream chat that he's in. And sure enough, old man Dusty himself showing up there. So um, what is
Uh,
the channel name he's actually using here tonight again?
Honestly,
Sexiest droner ever or something like that?
something like
Sexiest
that.
drone ever. Sexiest
Yeah.
drone ever. So, but anyway, he's in
Yeah.
the house.
I know. Yeah. Well,
We have flying high in Florida. Jason's in here. We have
hey, what's up, Jason?
Audley's in here. Deneen is in here.
Olay!
I do believe
Deneen!
we have Ken Janseth is in here. Awesome to see you, Ken. Thanks for
Hey,
coming,
Ken.
buddy. Uh,
Yeah.
John Olson, always awesome to see John in here.
Hey, John from
Uh,
Across the Sound.
and we have Jim in here as well. And look at that. Buckeye Drones is in here. Hey, Rick. Good to see you,
Hey,
Rick.
yeah.
And I think I got everybody that has at least said something in there. If not, I apologize. But oh, yeah, all of them are good. Okay.
Yep. There we go. Beautiful. Yep. There we go. Just double checking. Yeah, I think we got everybody. Okay. Cool.
So
Oh, shooter FPV. Sorry about that.
that's Ken, isn't it?
Is it Ken? All
I
right.
thought that was Ken.
I got to
Ken, if
update
that's
my
you.
list. I don't. Yeah.
But all right.
Beautiful.
It looks like John got some stickers of ours and also TJ's. Very awesome to see that.
Nice.
Or maybe he was saying he got them from TJ. I
I
could
saw
be
he
a
posted TJ's pictures,
nice.
stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, I'll have to
Hashtag ready.
make sure actually he gets some of mine as well here, but
Nice.
rigged. Well,
Yeah.
could we announce something before we bring our
Sure.
In here. So we noticed that the voting for the videos is really tight. Um, and instead of doing a weird tide breaker on the show, we're going to give everybody till midnight tonight to go and vote on the videos. Just by looking at the counts, it's a little low. I was expecting a little more people to actually vote on that. So this is your opportunity to go ahead and actually vote on those. So anybody who's in the chat or in the show right now, please go out to the Drone Rogues page. Let me get the link here for you and go to this thread. I'm going to post it in the chat here right now. Go to this thread, look over all of the videos in that thread. And please, if you have not, please actually do so. It'll just take a couple of instances. Everyone who's in there that has actually posted their stuff will appreciate it as well. So,
yeah, and we're not looking for anything crazy, guys. I mean, it's just, thumbs up, whatever. You don't have to get nutty with it, but
yeah,
just throw everybody just a little bit of love. And if you want to throw a comment on there, by all means, because I'll tell you what, there's some really good videos out there. I was really impressed with what was out there, and I can't vote, so because it'll be rigged.
Same here, same here. And I mean, I personally loved every single video on there because not only were they all excellently done, but they reminded me of that event. Like just seeing all that was awesome. Hey, Ron. Great to see you there, buddy.
Yeah. Deneen. Deneen, you're a sweetheart.
And I mean, honestly, I kind of expected that too. I kind of expected others to just blanket everybody and it would be
across the board.
Yeah. But hey, can't herd cats though, right?
No, exactly. Yeah, we don't herd cats.
But
it is rigged, Jim.
I don't know about you, but once again, out.
Yeah, I think we got a problem. We got a problem. I'm just not. I got nothing.
Oh, yeah, you don't have anything because it's not even showing.
Look at that. I'm out.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm empty. I'm empty too. We got no pizza in the green room. None whatsoever. We're out. But so with no further ado, we've got a fantastic guest tonight that I don't know if you guys know him in the drone community, but after tonight, you certainly will. I'd like to welcome in Tauty from AutoPylot. If I can, there we go.
How are
Good
we?
evening. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic. Now
Doing great, Tauty.
Oh,
appreciate you guys having me on.
So thanks for coming on. I mean, Josh and I are obviously fanboys. we got on before we even knew you, and got onto the app. And boy, it's been it's great. It really is. You got a hell of an app there. It's just been fantastic for us. I mean, I use it more as a log than anything.
Yeah, 100%. I appreciate that.
So, how long have you been doing it?
I started AutoPylot back in, say, 2022-ish, 2021-ish, is when I first started thinking about the product and working on it. At the time, I was actually just a drone pilot. So when I first started out, I was in the drone industry myself, just had my own drone business, did a bunch of real estate stuff, telecommunication tower inspections, you name it. I was doing that. And to be honest with you, that was my kind of original goal and end plan, which is to be a drone service provider and maybe grow my own business that way. That was kind of the original plan. And having used a lot of other products at the time to check airspace and manage my missions, I just saw a lot of lapses in what others were doing. So I ended up kind of wireframing together my own idea of how I would make something better for users. And from there, I obviously talked to quite a bit of people who I knew that were engineers, software engineers, or entrepreneurs or in the business, just to get their original feedback, right? It always helps to hear what people have to say early on. And luckily, I have a lot of really close contacts who aren't shy of giving their opinions, and I got a lot of strong feedback early on about how I would never be able. The original idea is always like so grand, and you're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to build that, and everyone's like, no, you're not. You're not going to do any of these things. So they kind of helped me focus quite a bit and scale back at least my first product. Lucky enough to get into some startup incubators from there and get connected with some investors and raise a small round of funding early on and kind of got to work. And we spent actually our whole first year in business was just getting through FAA Lance approval. I'm building the product for that and going through their approval process, which takes about a year. It only happens once a year. So that was really our first whole year, and that was about 2022. So we really didn't enter the market with a product until the end of that year, kind of beginning of 2023. And that's kind of how we started. And we've been kind of just building ever since then.
Now,
Wow.
For anyone who might not know of it,
Yeah.
would you mind just actually
Yeah.
going over it? Like,
Yeah, so AutoPylot's just an all-in-one FAA-approved flight planning solution. So it helps you with everything from checking airspace, getting Lance if you need it, if you're planning a controlled airspace, and then does a lot of things on top, like giving you advanced weather when flight planning, making it easier to manage your missions in one place, helps you create checklists. So we've really gone above and beyond to try to incorporate all the different factors that it takes place to execute a drone mission successfully, all the pre-flight kind of planning factors, and put them in one easy to use kind of solution. And it's both mobile on iOS or Android, or you can use it on the web as well, whichever you prefer. So we've kind of taken all these little bits and pieces over time from just talking to users as well to help them kind of what makes it really easy. And I think what our original kind of thesis was early on were the hardest part for people, and you guys probably see this in a lot of drone forums, is understanding airspace, and which makes sense because it's complicated. Even if you've been in the industry for a while, understanding where you can and can't fly a drone can be quite confusing. And we saw early on that a lot of people were entering the drone industry that maybe didn't have a deep-seated aviation background, but they wanted to fly compliantly, and we didn't feel like the products were making it easy for them to follow the rules. And what you find over time is if you make it really, really hard to follow the rules, people will inevitably just not follow the rules, right? They'll just go and fly because they don't want to spend hours and hours figuring out where they can and can't do it, which was kind of a disservice to the industry. So we really focused hard on how do we kind of make it so even someone who maybe doesn't have a deep understanding of aviation, maybe they're just a recreational flyer or just got their Part 107, makes it really easy to understand. These are the rules for your location. This is, what you have to look out for, and kind of gives them a, good to fly, don't fly here, or maybe you can fly, you just need to get approval. And we were on the first platforms to do that, to kind of give you a box that was green, orange, or red right at the top to really kind of steer you in the right direction.
Yeah,
It's
I always use
good.
it. And it's exactly like you said. And of course, if my thing maybe it won't even show it. Okay, I can't get my screen to show. But anyway, it's actually nice of being able to just either drop a pin, tap on a spot, and you instantly see everything about that area pertaining to if you're allowed to flight, and like it's fantastic. And being able to schedule ahead of time too on it is even better, because like sometimes once I'm out there, by the time I think about it, I'm like, oh, I've already gone through the checklist here. I'm good, and I'm in the air already.
Yeah. One of the things we focused quite hard on as well early on were only giving you the information that was super relevant to your flight. And some people like it the other way, believe it or not. We have users who prefer to drop a pin and just see all the information, regardless if it affects their flight or not. And you'll see other competing platforms do that. We find it to be more of a preference thing. People want to see every TFR in the next month, for example, right? So a lot of people don't need that much information, but some people do like it. We took the approach of just giving the information that was specific to your flight. So unlike maybe some other applications or competing ones, when you drop a pin in AutoPylot, we ask you, what day are you flying? What time are you flying? How long are you flying? Right? We set your mission boundary, right? The time and the date piece and duration is one that you don't see in a lot of the platforms. And when you set those within AutoPylot, the information changes depending on each one of those platforms. So it's much more kind of dynamic of understanding your exact flight parameters and just showing you the information specific to that flight, rather than kind of the whole laundry list of everything that might or may not be occurring within your airspace, in the next week and a half, even though maybe your flight's only an hour of that week. You probably don't need to know all those things. So that was one of the things we kind of adopted early on to make it much easier for everybody. And that just came from talking to users and being in drone forums, and you see them all the time. People post screenshots of, I have an app, right? They'll show all the advisories and they'll say, like, what does this mean? Is this relevant to me? What isn't? And that was one of the things we saw a lot of early on, where we were like, well, why don't we just show them what is important and maybe cut out a lot of the other noise?
Yeah, that has absolutely helped out. I just actually recently caught in again. Whenever I was originally flying drones, it was the wild, wild west at that point. I mean, you could fly that thing however high up, and maybe you shouldn't have been, but no one was really telling you not to either. So, getting into it again, I was very, very keen on making sure that I was doing things right. And once I found out your app too, I was like, this is it. I can just go right to it. I can go to that spot. I can go to that time and date, and everything I need's right there. I'm not going and open up this app and looking for it and switching over to that one. So, I mean, it's very helpful. And then I also like too, that as you change your time on there, the wind changes. Which of course, may or may not happen, as they say. Because I mean, that's not, but it's nice though to be able to get an idea. If I know I'm going to be flying out a certain way, I want to try to make sure every time I go anywhere that I'm coming back with the wind. So it's if I have to plan a certain shot or something, I might need that more that day, 100%. Just to go, okay, what time of day is it actually hitting that way?
So, no, 100%. It's super important to have. And we've been lucky enough to integrate with Windy, who I know a lot of people use. So we integrate with them directly. So you could pull up the real-time wind map right over your airspace map where you're flying to see that in real time. And you can also, once you plan your mission, it's part of your mission details page. You can pull it back up again if you really needed to track it and continue to monitor it. And we've added things layered in more features like that over time: 10-day forecast, hourly forecasts. A lot of them, actually, I will say we don't do a good enough job showing people all the weather features, because we have so many that I feel like a lot of them get lost. So a lot of people don't know if you look at a 10-day forecast in our app, and if you click one of the days, it pulls up these really cool weather charts and graphs, and you can actually pick a specific element, we'll say, wind speed or gusts, and then it'll chart it for you for the next 10 days. You could scroll your finger on the chart and it'll show you all the info. We should probably let more people know that it does that. But
wow,
there's a lot of features
I
in there.
didn't even know that one.
I know, we forgot about that one. It's a good one. It's one of my favorite hidden features that we have. Apparently, it's only available on iOS right now. We'll have to expand it into Android users soon. Is you can actually connect your calendar, your Apple Calendar, to the app. So once you plan a mission, it'll automatically show up on your calendar. And then once you see the mission on your calendar, there's a link that you can click into, and it'll put you right back into the mission within the AutoPylot app. It's one of my favorite sneaky features that we offer for free. To be honest, not even you have to pay for it.
That's very cool, Josh. You're never going to be able to use that just because you've got what is that thing that fold, or what is it? I don't know, something like that. But
this beautiful
piece
of Android tech, that your Apple doesn't do, and which now this screen is showing. So who knows?
Wow. Is that a drone? What is that?
It could be.
Looked like a DJI Neo there for a second.
John, didn't you send me a video link of a company that's doing that actually you plug your phone into this drone chassis and your phone becomes the intelligent part of the drone.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
cool to see.
scary as heck. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty cool. Somebody sent it to me, and I don't remember who it was. It might have been my son or one of the drone guys. I don't remember, but I tell you what, I was just like, that is just. I am not going to fly a $2,000 iPhone in the air and hope it comes back.
I know. I always get
You
worried
know?
too when I see those consumer products that have small drones. I think, for example, like I think Snapchat like launched like a consumer drone a while back to make it easier for like
Mhm.
content creators. And I always worry
Yep.
like how much information do they relay to those users about the rules of flying drones, right? They don't ever you don't
Oh,
see that
true.
material anywhere. They're just showing like the market materials, people just launching drones left and right in like crowded areas, and you're like, there should be some disclaimers here. I feel like about these rules about where these people are doing.
Now, I have actually said this now for quite a while. Your drone shouldn't even be able to take off unless you've at least passed your trust. Like
Yeah.
there should be some sort of a code that you have to enter in to unlock that, so your drone can even fire up. I know some might not actually agree with me on that one, but there's so many people that have no idea what they're actually doing. They've never looked into it. They just open a box, charge it up,
Yeah,
power it
I
on,
mean,
and send it.
I'm
Hey, Paul?
surprised. I mean, even outside of the software element of it, I'm surprised there's no. I mean, not that I'm aware of. If this exists, that'd be crazy. I don't think it's around. There's not even any like legal disclaimers. Like there should be a pamphlet within every drone box of like some overview of the rules, or maybe even on the box, right? Like how food have like nutritional facts. There should be like a nutritional
Right.
fact list
Right,
on a
yes.
drone of like, here are the rules. Here's a QR code to go get your trust, and things you should know before maybe you like go and launch this. I always thought there should probably be a little more information provided to that end user about exactly what they just bought.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing, like you said, just a little flyer or something in the package. Nothing, no big deal.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, and I think that's 100% correct.
Yeah, I think that DJI might be one of the only ones that does sort of at least tell you that. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
you should actually go here first. But
Yeah, I mean, and as much as I hated the DJI geofencing, it did help. Like it did probably prevent a lot of people from flying in areas or places they
Yep.
shouldn't have been realistically flying their drones
Mhm.
without FAA approval. So as much as I also got to locations and then it was like, cannot take off, and you're like, oh my god, now I
Yeah.
gotta go. I gotta go fire up a computer and do a DJI unlock, and this is like, why did I do like as annoying as it was to remember to do it? I'm sure it helped a lot.
oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I came
Now-
into a couple of those times, and it was just like you'd travel to a place, you'd be like, "Yeah, get there. It's perfect. You got time away from the family or whatever you're doing, and I can send it up and see it's locked." It's like, oh, come on.
I know.
And actually, Oddly just actually made a great point. Like not only in the box, but maybe before you even buy the drone, in order to buy the drone, you have to either accept something or yeah.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
kind of wish there was at least some extra layer there, but
Yeah,
You know,
I agree. I
you know,
think one of the biggest challenges we probably still face in the industry is the education piece, is the knowledge piece, and I think that there's a lot of great people out there who do a good job with it, right? I mean, I'm UAV coach. I have great contacts there. I do a great job with helping people get trust exams and Part 107s, but they're still not the only player in the business, and I think there's a lot of people, like you said, probably break the rules just unknowingly, right? just not even knowing that
Yeah,
all the
right.
rules that do exist. And we get these actually. Our product has in-app chat, so we get a lot of questions coming in from users who, believe it or not, sometimes don't even use AutoPylot, but they just come in through our website and ask like. But my favorite is they just write, "Can I fly here?" And I'm always like, "I don't know where you are. I don't know what you're doing. I have no idea." That's like a most popular question I get. Just as simple, "Can I fly here?" And I'm like, I have no idea where you are. So, but it's true. It's but with those people, they're trying to figure it out, but it's very they don't know, and I think that's one of the reasons going back to, AutoPylot, we try to make it as easy as you can for people, so they don't have to run around and check the rules, and they can kind of just figure it out quickly and go.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It really is. I mean, there's so many options that, I mean, and I've been using it obviously for probably, 7-8 months now. And there's just so much stuff I'm still learning. Every time I open it up, I'm like, oh, wait, let me check that out. Let me check that out. I mean, even I have State Farm for insurance on the drones, but when I saw that the app ads, you can go through the app and get quotes. I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. Now, how does that work, Tauty? I didn't.
Yeah. So we're temporarily paused insurance, believe it or not, because we're actually changing underwriters. So it will be back very shortly. But within our app, you can actually open up a portal to get an insurance quote, and then you can actually purchase it in app without even having to leave. And then you can manage the policy in app, so you can see that you have insurance. You can look at your documentation, your policy. You can get a COI if you need to download it on the spot. We tell you if the policy is expired, right? So even in your mission details, there's a little section called insurance. When you plan a mission, we tell you whether or not you have insurance. At least if you got it from us, right? We don't have a way to know if you went outside the app to get it just yet. But yeah, you can get a quote right in the app. And that was one of the things that we added as one, obviously a convenience feature, coming back to that kind of all-in-one app. It was one of the things that we saw a lot of users having to leave the app to go do, like kind of that, I have to go check a weather app. I have to go get insurance in this app. And so for us, it's like, how do we keep condensing down all these different workflows into just one simple to use space? And the other piece was just something we felt was super important for people. A lot of people needed to get insurance and protect their flight and their liability. We want to make it, we feel having insurance makes it safer as well, right? You're still flying a lithium battery in the air that could cause quite a few damage, and even the drone itself falling out. So we wanted to make it, once again, just easier for people to get insurance and be covered. And we also, once again, we learned a lot through our in-app chat of people asking us, what's a good coverage? How much coverage do I need? Where can I get liability coverage? I need hull insurance. We get these questions constantly, and luckily for us, our in-app chat provides really good insights into our product roadmap of like what's really important to users and what do we have to build next. And we saw that with insurance for a while, and one of the reasons we added it. When will insurance be back? I see a question for that. I'm hoping it'll be back definitely by the end of the year. I'll say that. I'm hoping it'll be back sooner than that. Hopefully by the end of next month, if we can do it. It might kind of spill over to November, but we're in the process of now changing underwriter, so it'll be back by the end of the year for sure.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I've got State Farm. I heard from somebody on one of the other streams that State Farm is going to start canceling drone insurance.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're not going to continue it on for some reason. I don't know why, but so I'm like, oh boy, you know what? I'm going to have to start looking. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Let me just go through the app and I'll jump right on there. I'll put everything through there.
Yeah, it's an interesting space. I have no idea why they might be canceling it. I'm assuming they probably they were either experimenting with it and decided that they weren't producing enough revenue with it, usually with how it goes, or maybe they wanted to allocate resources to a different place and so forth. And maybe they thought it would grow faster than it did, is my guess. So I'm sure there's a lot of reasons, or maybe it has nothing to do with that at all.
Yeah. It's definitely, it's a hot spot for sure. We'll see what's going down by the end of the year, or this and that, God only knows. But,
we've seen a big influx as well now with DJI drones being harder to get and to replace parts as well. You do see actually quite a few people now who maybe weren't interested in insurance before, now becoming more interested with it because of how much harder it is to replace drones or even just repair them due to a lot of things going on with DJI.
Yeah. One of the guys in the chat, Audley, he actually works for DJI in New York City. And they're doing repairs now on the stuff. It's great. You actually send it in and they give you a quote within a few days, and then you say yay or nay, and if not, they ship it back to you. And it's the closest thing to Care Refresh we're gonna get our hands on. I have a feeling, but I'm just happy that he's actually doing that, or his company's doing that, I should say.
I know. Their camera refresh used to be really good. I've used it,
Oh, yeah.
sadly to say, I've had to use it a couple of times myself. But I remember I think I was flying a Phantom 4 Pro V2, which was maybe still one of my favorite drones. And it,
Mhm.
I think I crashed it doing a telecommunication tower inspection. I hit a branch or something I didn't see, and it ended up just falling out of the sky onto cement. And I sent it into them, and they sent me what they said was a repair drone back within like a couple weeks, but I was pretty convinced they just sent me a new drone. To be honest, I don't know how to. I've had a hard time believing they fixed that drone that fast, but it worked well.
Nice.
I do believe for the most part, every drone that they sent out was just one that they had either had back and they had completely overhauled
Yeah,
first, or something that they actually had extra of, and they're just like, because I mean, I can't imagine that they have somebody there that can refurbish everything so it looks new
yeah.
too. Like,
I know it was. Yeah, I know. I don't even think it had the same serial number on it. I think that's why I was a little confused. I was like, well, this can't be the same. It says a different serial number. This must just be a new drone at this point. But I wasn't complaining. It was great. It worked for me.
yeah, absolutely. Now, that said, what drone did you originally start out with?
I started out with the Phantom 4 Pro, I think, or maybe it wasn't 4 at that time. It might have been the 3, but the Phantom series was one of my favorite series. I liked the Phantom 4 Pro. I had the one in sensor, had the mechanical shutter, which I really liked. It was kind of a workhorse drone where you could do a lot of media and then still do stuff like telecommunication tower inspections, modeling if you wanted to, and so forth. It was an all-around drone I felt the best. I hated the fact that it didn't fold up, so you had to have the biggest carrying case ever. The
Yes.
batteries were enormous and weighed like 1,000 pounds, and they didn't last long, so you needed like 10 of them, and they were like $150 a pop. So I didn't love that either. I mean, the propellers didn't even fold; they were just like stiff plastic. It was crazy. And the controller also weighed like 50 pounds. So overall, not something you would take hiking probably with you, but
No.
if you could back your car or truck up to the project site and just open it and set it up and fly, it was definitely my favorite drone. I used that. Then I remember from there I went to like a Mini 4 Pro, and I was like, this is so much easier. What was I doing? What was I doing with that drone? This thing fits in my pocket. But I think that's where I started it.
Now, John, if I'm right, I think does Chris Hope still use his Phantom yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phantom's
There's a
the
lot of
best.
guys out there that are still using the Phantoms. I mean, seriously, like, wow.
They're
Just
good, right?
impressive.
The quality of the image from that camera was impressive. I really enjoyed it. Had Inspire 1 as well, and that was a disaster.
Oh yeah,
It was also just enormous. Like, it was
it's a
insane.
monster.
It
Yeah.
was a monster drone. It could handle a thermal camera, which a lot of people don't know, which was one of the reasons I enjoyed it. It was one of the few
Wow.
at that time easy drone. At the time, I think you had to get a dedicated enterprise drone or like a enterprise level Maverick maybe to have a thermal camera, but it actually could hold a thermal camera on it. The Inspire 1 could. The 2 couldn't for some reason. I think they just the 2 came out and became just a straight media film kind of workhorse. So I had it for a little while, and it was all right. Other than the fact that it also when you fly an Inspire, you get a lot of like. It raises a lot more eyebrows than most drones do because, like, the legs are like moving up when you're like, people are like, it's a big drone, so people like they get pretty like sketched out with it pretty quickly, and I did too. I was like, this thing is crazy looking. I don't know, but when you fly just like a little mini, people are pretty like, oh, it's just a little drone, not a big deal. But you fly that thing.
That Inspire looks like it's got to come down and grab your head and pull something off.
Like a transformer. It looks like a military drone. People are like, this guy just flying a military.
Exactly. It has an ominous look to it.
Yeah, it does. It was interesting. I liked it, but I eventually got rid of that. That was also I didn't have enough room for all these drones.
So what are you flying these days?
I used a Mini. Mini 4 Pro is what I fly, and it does everything I need at this point. Unfortunately, I'm way more glued to a desk than I am out flying these days, so I don't need a big setup. I just something easy that I can throw in a backpack or the small carry bag and have it with me. And what I enjoy is even if I don't use it, it's not like it takes up space, right? Wherever I'm out on the weekends, I can throw it in the car with me, and if I find something cool to fly around or grab some shots to get it, unfolded and in the air, it doesn't take much time by all. So, a little smart controller and just let her go. So it's got great quality as well. I enjoy the quality video and that comes out of it. And now the 5's out, which I don't know how not easy to get your hands on, but it looks like it does a lot of cool things as well.
Well, quite a few people have it. In fact, quite a few people that are here have one.
Nice.
And I know in the chat there's probably about 3 or 4 in there, I think, too, if not more. So
yeah,
yes,
it can be had.
Yeah. I think for me, it's more so of I probably don't need it. But
it's tough. When you order something on eBay, you never know where it's from. I mean, or if it's ever going to show up.
100%.
But
100%.
Lead time wasn't too bad. It was like 14 days, 16 days. So that came in, and I've gotten to fly it twice now, and I'll tell you what, it's just they really just up their game. I mean, honestly, with that drone, there's nothing else you need. It's really that impressive. It flies that good. I mean, the obstacle avoidance is next generation. It's just insane. Pictures.
What did you go
the 1-inch sensor?
What did you have before it? Did you have a Mini also?
Yeah, I've got a.
Is this a soft spot? Is this what I should be asking?
No.
He has a fleet. He
has
a whole hangar,
actually.
Yeah.
So we're expanding the fleet.
Yeah, I've got my main drone now has been the Air 3S, and I've been playing with that a lot. I just kind of fell in love with that one. I had the Mini 3 Pro is where I came from in the Minis. Bounced up. I got a Mini 4 Pro used from somebody I put on a shelf when everybody started restricting stuff. And then I just happened to get a Mavic 4 Pro delivered the other day. So I got a lot to learn.
Starting a drone light company all by yourself.
Well, I'm trying. I got to do something for retirement. So I'm
and he has
I picked up. Yes, and I have a Flip Neo, and I picked up a Mavic 4T last December.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a beast. I mean, wow. Yeah, it's real. That's a job. It really is. I mean, that controller's the size of a laptop.
No wonder State Farm's dropping you.
They don't want to know nothing. They're
like, we don't want to insure all this. We don't want to insure all these drones.
And if anything happens and he goes down, it's going to be a problem.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They're probably like, are they leaving? Are they stopping to sell insurance? Or are they just dropping you? Is the question.
They're just going to drop me.
You're onto something there because I haven't heard it from anyone else, so it's possible.
Oh man, that 4T goes down, it's going to be a problem. It's like I don't even want to fly it up now because I mean it came with year care refresh included, and I'm like, all right, great. Well, I don't have that anymore, so what are you gonna do? But I don't really take chances when it comes to the bigger stuff. The Air 3S I'll mess around with a bit. Obviously, the Flip. The Flip's a lot of fun. The Neo, I just bust batteries like they're nothing. But it's been and I'm around the water here on the coast, obviously, and I do a lot of water flying. I did try to fly, Josh. I didn't tell you this. I did try to fly the Flip in the dark last night.
Oh.
Yeah, not advisable. Not advisable.
No.
Yeah, no. I've got landscape lighting around around partial of the yard, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just kind of mess around with it. I'll throw some stuff up. Yeah, it didn't end well. It didn't crash, but it didn't end well.
Yeah, like
But,
seeing that one, even when it gets a little bit dim out, starts getting a little bit tough. So yeah,
yeah.
probably not the smartest of options there, John.
No. The Neo, I'll tell you what, though, the Neo will fly in dark as long as you use that light. That
Yes.
snap-on light on the bottom. That does very well in the dark. But
That's true.
hey, Jay, how you doing? Thanks for showing up. So Josh, if you want to just reiterate what we're doing with the contest?
Yeah, so just to let everyone know, the contest end date has been extended till tonight at midnight. So that way there we can just get a couple more to actually head out and actually look at it. There's a lot of really cool videos out there. I'm going to throw the link to the page right now. So anyone that has not actually gone out there and actually looked at them, please do. There's some incredible actual work out there. Anyone who wasn't at the meetup as well, this is a great opportunity to kind of get an idea of what you'll see next year. There's so much up there. So, but there's also so many votes that are so close. So maybe this might help spread them out some. This might get somebody extra votes that actually haven't gotten yet. So, but I can't vote. John can't vote.
Nope.
Tauty can though. Actually, he's allowed. So
Can I vote? I can vote. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no, Scott, you can't vote for yourself because you weren't there. So somebody had to go and say they had an anniversary and they couldn't make it. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever. But,
oh man, hysterical.
Now, should we remind everybody what they get, John?
We could. Yeah. So the prizes are with there's first, second, and third prize places, and we have adjusted the prizes accordingly because we've had some great sponsors, and so first prize is going to be 2 $100 Visa gift cards. Second prize is a $100 Visa card, and Tauty's been gracious enough to give a year's subscription to AutoPylot. And third prize is a Visa gift card for $100. So there's a lot out there, guys. I mean, we started looking at the voting, and there really wasn't a lot of votes out there, which we were kind of surprised of because we did have 80 plus people at the meetup. So we were hoping that, and there's a lot of more people in the group. So we'll see what you guys can do. Maybe pass the word. Everybody go through, do some voting, get it going on for everybody else. Throw some love out there. You don't you don't have to comment. Thumbs up works versus a vote, and it's not very entailed to do, as you all know, I think. And if for some reason somebody can't vote on Facebook, by all means, reach out to Josh and I, and we will put a vote in for you with your name, so it's not rigged. So they can get we got a couple of guys in here that are real characters, Tauty. Everything is hashtag rigged. Every time there's something, it's rigged. It's rigged. But no Sears gift cards anymore. They gave up on those.
No.
Ray, if you paid 75 people, I would be checking with 70 of them because you got 5 votes there, buddy. So someone's not holding up their end of the deal. I'm just so. But
yeah, so we're already locked in for next year, Tauty. I mean, and everybody in the chat, just so you know, Tauty's signed on to be a sponsor for next year's drone meetup in Rhode Island. And he's just been fantastic behind the scenes. I mean, just a great sponsor. And if you guys haven't checked out the app, by all means. And listen, I know there's a bunch of apps out there and everybody bounces around, but I got to tell you, I've tried not all of them, but quite a few of them. And when I bounced on Tauty's, it was just like, wow, this thing's got pretty much every box checked and then some, and boxes I didn't even know that it had or that I needed to check. But pretty impressive.
We're
And
we're
as we
adding more. We got more stuff coming out end of this year and next
Wow.
year. We'll keep building it little by little. And like I said, spent a ton of time talking to drone pilots and users and trying to figure out what's the most important things to them to make flying easier and safer as well. So kind of keep plugging away at that.
Yeah,
absolutely
absolutely.
awesome. Yeah, I also like the fact that when I found something in the app that I thought it needed, I sent it in through the app as a suggestion,
Yep.
and it was like a half hour, and actually you guys had it in there already.
Yeah.
Like, that was amazing.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
we work fast. We try to, at least. We can't address everything that quickly.
Right.
For sure. Some issues that maybe are outside of our control. Maybe sometimes on the FA side, believe it or not. The app's called AutoPylot. For someone who just wrote that in the chat.
Let me throw
But yeah,
that
if
in.
you
Yeah, Ronnie.
what cracks me up that a lot of people don't know is I'm usually the one monitoring the in-app chat. So our app has live chat. You can ask us for help with something, and it's usually me who's responding. So if you do, and I respond at all hours of the night and time. So if you write something in there, if you really need help with something, you'll probably hear back from me pretty quickly about how I can help you out. And sometimes it's an easy fix. Sometimes people have airspace needs that we try to address quickly, or just need to know how to simply what a advisory means. They want some more information on. So we try to get back to them as fast as we can with as much information as we properly can provide.
It's just so impressive. I can't imagine what you guys are going to be adding for features coming up, because it's just, dude, seriously, like, you locked it. You got it unlocked. You did a great job with it. Are doing a great job with it.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. There's always some more stuff to do, right? How do you continue to? I mean, for one, airspace, the regulations are always changing, so we have obviously a commitment through our kind of partnership with the FAA to keep updating our rules and advisories as they do, right? So a lot of people don't know this, but all the LANS providers, so us included, and all the other people who provide LANS through their app, have to go through quite a bit of FAA testing on an annual basis. So, for example, every year the FAA publishes new what's called performance rules. So they're either adding advisories, maybe editing the wording of certain advisories, coming out with new rules. Maybe they're just updating their systems to make them a lot stronger. You'll see that in one of the new updates coming out soon. So we have to obviously update our app accordingly to all these changes, and that happens on a yearly basis. And then we have to get retested every year to make sure our apps are functioning properly with all of the changes. We get audited on security every year. So every year, every single one of us gets audited. It's a month-long security audit to make sure our app is up to standards on all privacy concerns, all data security. We have the really, really strict data requirement to make sure we're protecting our users and their private information and their flight plans, for example. So there's a lot that goes into being an FAA approved app for sure. And it's not just us. I'll give credit to all the other LANS providers out there as well, who are all doing a great job trying to help the industry give this service to them.
That's fantastic, man. I had no idea it was that involved. I mean, and hats off to you guys. I mean, for real, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's an awesome service, and like I said, we're first and foremost. How do we support the industry and its safety and its growth, right? So we're kind of working as hard as we can to be able to continually do that. So hope everyone gets a chance to check out the app. It is free. I should have mentioned that the app is free. We do have in-app paid features you can upgrade to get really advanced weather features. You can export features, some equipment management features. Advanced ones are also behind a paywall, but about 90% of the app is free. All your airspace information, LANS, crane checklists, all that stuff is free in app. So if you are hesitant about trying it out, there's no requirement to give us any information in the beginning if you don't want to. You could just download it and start checking it out without needing to really commit a lot to it. But I do hope you stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I actually tried it out, and I think it was about 4 days, and I was like, yeah, I'm in. So I mean,
yeah, it's a hard balance of how do you like I said, we have in-app paid features, but we don't want to be pushy or like, really like salesman either, right? So it's a hard balance of how do you make someone aware of the features without really like annoying them. And I think we've done a good job of doing that and giving away quite a bit for free. And even the paid features come with a free 7-day trial. So if you really want to test those out, you could do that for free as well, and then decide whether or not it's something for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, one other aspect to it too is it's so clean in how it looks. Like it's not cluttered. Everything's laid out neatly. It's not hard at all. And there's a lot of other great apps out there, but when you open them, it's like, whoa, okay, I just need this. I don't need to see everything that's happening. I just want to get here. And that's the one thing about actually your app I do like is that it's very focused depending on what tab it is actually on.
Yeah, I mean, we spent a lot of time thinking through user experience and user interface, and I think when it comes to aviation, like I said, if you make it confusing and hard for people to understand the information, they're just not going to do it. They're either going to leave and check a different app, or more so, they're just not going to follow the rules and go fly. And that's not good for anybody in the industry at all, right? It only takes one rogue drone to take down the entire industry. So
you said it on the right show.
Yep. So we took a lot of time with how do we present the information in an easy to read format. For example, like these examples, the advisories. You could easily overdo them with all this aviation verbiage and give them really hard to read information, or you could just in simple English say, there's a nighttime advisory here. Here's what that means. Here's when you need to follow it, right? That's not hard to follow along with for anybody. But if you write all this crazy, if you use like Zulu time everywhere and all this crazy aviation jargon, no one wants to take the time to decipher that, unfortunately. Unless you're a full-time pilot, and maybe then that's easier for you because that's kind of your full-time world. But so we did thought through a lot of how do we make it really, really easy to navigate and understand and use overall. And we're continuing to find ways to make that even better, believe it or not, over time.
Now,
nice.
Drone Superstar asked, Johnny asked this, when the Mini 5 will actually be added into
it's a good point. I'll probably have to get that added in. I could probably have it added by the end of this week, to be honest with you. I will say one of the hardest things to keep track of is all the different drones coming out all the time and continuously updating the list of people adding them into the app and who are managing their equipment. So we get the feedback actually quite helpful for our users to use the app all the time and let us know, hey, you guys, the Mini 5 came out, can you add it in? And we usually do it quite quickly. So we'll get that in pretty quick.
Awesome. Very good.
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, there was I thought there was a spot where you could actually, is it where you suggest to add a drone, or is it where you can actually add it yourself to your equipment, Tauty, on that? Because I saw something the other day when I was flying the I think it was the Mini 5 Pro, and I went to add it to it with, you guys could put serial numbers in, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it can be as diligent or detailed as you want. But I thought I could add it to my own.
Yeah, so when you add a drone in app, you can add obviously all the information about the drone, the serial number, the value of the drone. You can create a log of the drone. So if you have an incident or you need to create like a maintenance log, you can do that per drone. One of the things we did too is we allowed you to, and I think what you're alluding to is you can set a drone as a default. So when you create a mission within the app, we'll automatically add that drone to the mission for you. And then from there, we kind of calculate how many missions you've flown with the drone, roughly how many hours we used it, just based on how long the mission was, to kind of give you a holistic view of its usage and to kind of give you a better idea of when maybe you need to perform a specific maintenance, or if you just want to track overall how much you use the drone. So that's all done in app.
Yeah, right here, there is a line that if you have a Mini that is not currently actually listed, right there. You can actually
Yep.
key it in on your own too. So
Yeah, we do.
Sorry, I was trying to.
No worries. Yeah, we'll add more of those equipment features over time as well, of allowing people to add more information about their drones. One thing we're working on is allowing people to create specific checklist for specific drones. Within the checklist feature now, you can create custom checklists and just title it whatever the drone name is. But to have that automatically be added if a specific drone is added is something we're working on as well. So quite a different ways to make the whole experience a lot easier as well. And yeah, the checklist feature is a great one as well. Another one we always forget to highlight, but you can create checklists and easily add them to any mission. If you've already created it ahead of time, or you can create it right after you've created the mission as well. And one of my actually favorite features is we have what's called time reminders. So when you create an event, like, check batteries, you can actually have a set up reminder. So if you're like, I need to do this, an hour before my mission, we'll actually send you push notifications to remind you to complete that item as well. So one fun feature that I feel like gets underappreciated in the whole world of all the features that are in there.
Can you make an app for photographers as well, so they could do that same thing? I can't tell you how many times I've had a shoot, and like, no matter how much I've prepared and I've gathered everything and I've packed everything away, I will unpack and repack multiple times just to make sure I've got it right. And if I could just have that little reminder, like, hey, make sure you did this or that, that'd be perfect.
Yep. Checklist templates. We're working on it. We're trying to create checklist templates. So there's some pre-populated ones in there. Maybe we'll have one specific to your to the Josh photography needs.
Nice. There you go.
See if we can have that.
That would save my day.
We'll see. Maybe we'll make it community based. We'll have everyone crowdsource it for you.
There you go.
I'm not so sure I would like that one though. I think there would definitely be a couple Easter eggs split into that one that I probably, Anyway.
Oh, excuse me. Sweet. Well, Tony, we really appreciate you coming on tonight. And listen, everything you're doing for the drone community, man, I just hats off to you. You're doing a fantastic job. I'm so impressed with this app. I can't tell you enough. It's like the Swiss Army knife of apps. It really is.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys having me on and giving me a little chance to talk about it a little bit. If anybody has questions about it, I hope just reach out to me. Like I said, we're by no means perfect, and we're trying to make it as best we can over time and continually make it better. So if there's something that we don't do yet you'd love to see, feedback is gold to us. So you let us know, and we don't get offended. We love to hear it, and it helps us kind of create for the future for everybody as well.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
All right, Josh, you got any parting ideas or questions, or you want to
I just
reiterate?
I just hope that everybody takes a moment here this evening, goes out there to the page with the let me start that again. Hope everyone goes out to the video contest page and just at minimum, at least check out what everyone has up there. And if you don't mind, if you see something that you like there, or you think someone did a great job, just give them a thumbs up on it. So,
Yep, absolutely.
Outside of that, that's all I got.
Okay, sounds good. Well, everybody, thanks for coming on. Thanks for joining us. Tauty, again, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you at the meetup next year if possible.
All right. That's right. I'll be coming down next year for sure.
Nice. Beautiful.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
You've got it. Well, Philip's coming on after us. So everybody, again, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you next Monday.
Take care.